What's going on, everybody? It's your boy RaidersFan3179. I'm back with a video. Now, before I get started with the video, for those of you guys that do know who's Patrick or old school Monster Jam fan, a shout out to him. He's back doing YouTube videos. If you guys recognize who's old school Monster Jam fan, he was in my videos during the rant of a lot of videos. So yeah, guys, if you guys give a shout out and subscribe to his original YouTube channel, yes, he's back on YouTube, and yes, I'll put a link down in the description down below. And his real name is now Old School Monster Truck Fan, but no worries, it's still Patrick, my good old friend Patrick himself. So yeah, I'm gonna put it down in the description down below for all that stuff. So, anyways, let's gonna talk about something pretty much different. You know what I mean? Okay, so anyways, we're gonna talk about so many shows that you probably may or may not remember back in 2009. So, for those of you guys that do remember a lot of shows like SpongeBob SquarePants or The Simpsons, they've been around here for a very long time, and the rest of the cartoons that you guys used to watch back in the good old days. But now, I'm going to talk about something deeper that you guys may remember the shows, or you guys probably forgot, or you don't remember, or you never seen those shows before. But I'm going to go in deeper, and I'm going to guys give you the advice of which are the top, the top 5 of a lot of shows that you guys may heard of, but they've been abandoned. Nobody ever talk about them. I'm gonna talk about so many shows that that no one ever talks about them. Even I've seen so many YouTubers that have been trying to talk about these videos, and I'm gonna go something deep that no other YouTubers ever talk about these shows. Which I don't know if they were good or they're not that popular, but these are the top 5. So sit back, enjoy, relax, and watch the video, guys. Okay, so let's get started with the first part. So, one of my all-time favorite TV shows was Transformers Animated, and it started from 2007 all the way till 2009. So, anyone ask, have you ever seen this show? Yes, I did, and it's one of my favorites. So, anyways, let me talk about this show. So, what I love about Transformers Animated is that it's one of my all-time favorite TV show. Believe it or not, during Transformers Generation, the first Transformers, one of my uncles, he was a huge fan of Transformers, like the Generations back in the old days in the 1980s. And this is like my version of Transformers Generation, which unfortunately it didn't last that long. Well, I mean, it did last 3 years as great, but unfortunately it only lasted for like 3 seasons. I don't know how long the Generation ended, but anyways, I want to talk about this one. So yeah, like I said before, it lasted for like 3 seasons, and there was going to be a plan to do a 4th season. Unfortunately, they canceled it. I don't know why did they cancel it, because probably they want to end the series, maybe. So believe it or not, this is one of Cartoon Network's show. Okay, for anyone asked, was it the Hub show? No, the Hub did not exist back in my time. It was Cartoon Network show, in which I know a lot of you guys may say this. Wait, what? It ran for Cartoon Network? Yeah, I'm serious. If you guys don't believe me, you guys can go look it up yourselves, see what I'm talking about. So anyways, yeah, like I say, Transformers, the plot is about Optimus Prime, who is the leader of the team, which unfortunately he's not the leader of the Autobots in this one, which it's kind of weird because Ultra Magnus, who's the name of the other robot, he's the leader of all Autobots. But that should have been Optimus Prime, because Optimus Prime meant to be the leader of the Autobots. But anyways, if he is or not, it's all good. Still my favorite show. He has all his 4 trusted crew members, like the Grumpy, Wise, Grumpy Ratchet, Awesome Bumblebee, Mighty Bulkhead, including Prowl, who is a ninja bot and one of my favorite characters. Yeah, Prowl and Optimus, and I think they're all good. All the Autobots are good, including the Decepticons fighting, like always, Megatron, who in this show, still, like always, the leader of Decepticons, which, unlike Optimus, who is not, but Ultra Magnus is. Anyways, is Megatron and the 3-face guy, what's his name, Blitzwing, and Lugnut, the kind of like has the same power as Bulkhead. Anyways, so yeah, like I say, the series, not the series, these Autobots, it takes place like somewhere around the future of Detroit. I think the year of 2023, I believe, which I'm not so sure either. 2020 something or 30s, I might forget or anything. But anyways, these guys, like always, they defend the world, mostly the city of Detroit, which it takes place in Detroit. And they have a female friend, a teenage girl, which now she's a robot in the later half of the season, which is during the 3rd season. That's Sari, alongside with her her father, who is a main scientist in the city of Detroit, Professor Sumdac or Isaac Sumdac. Together, them Autobots, they always fight the Decepticons. Well, not really. And here's something where I'm going to tell you why. This was the first ever Transformer show that not just Decepticons, but also they're bad humans, like evil humans, like the evil humans in the show. Like the guy named Angry Archer, who is a parody of Robin Hood. We had the Nanosack, the dude that does run real fast and take away and steal stuff. And we had Professor Princess, that one girl with a robotic mechanical unicorn. And the other one, who is the who I call her the cheater. She became one of my hated villains. Was Slow-Mo, who she has this Allspark to slow down the Autobots. Well, mostly she slowed down Bumblebee, but it was kind of weird. Anyways, so yeah, this is one of my favorite shows, and not just Autobots fight Decepticons, but like I mentioned, they fight evil humans. And I used to love this show so much. Even believe it or not, I used to have so many toys from Transformers Animated. Like, I remember I had the Optimus Prime toy. Like, on my birthday, I forgot how old I did turn, but I remember my dad used to buy me an Optimus Prime toy. Or I think that was my uncle, I can't remember. But it was a long time ago, and I remember I used to play with it a lot. So anyone asks, do I still have it? Well, unfortunately not really. It's been a missing, and no, I don't have it no more. It's been gone for a long time. I mean, I wish I could have taken care of it, used it as a collection, but sadly I played with it too much and I broke one of the part of the leg, which was sucks that a broken toy, especially, is no good no more, and it stinks. Well, I didn't throw it away. I kept it. My grandpa, he decided to nail the leg, but it was still not the same. But even though I kept it, how is it is. But anyways, it sucks to see that beautiful toy that I once had gone, including so many other great toys that I used to have. I wish I could collect all of them, but that was back in my time, believe it or not. For those of you that not all of you kids from the new generation notice, back in my time when Transformers was a popular, after like the first or second movie, everybody, like not just myself, a lot of people loves collecting Transformers toys. I mean, now I collect Monster Jam, Monster Truck toys. I'm glad they're still around, but I used to collect so many Transformers toys. Like, I remember even so many fans. Oh my goodness, man. So many Transformers fans. Even I used to watch YouTube videos. They used to do a lot of stop motion. Man, those were the beautiful, beautiful days, man. I remember those good old days. But like I say, man, I'm sad that those days are gone. I mean, I'm happy that they're still, selling Transformers toys right now. But unfortunately, they don't look as popular as it once was back then. And, it sucks to see things go. So anyways, that was my show. So now we're moving on to the next one. Okay, another show that I almost came close forgetting. It was known as Chopsocky Chucks. It only lasted for like 2 years in Cartoon Network. And if anyone asks, what is this show about? It's about these three chickens. One of them is named Chickpea, she is the mature and the most leader of the team. And the other one, who is my number one favorite character, is K.O. Joe, the Afro dude who has the 70s styles look. And also that one of my favorites, that he has that comb over hair that he uses as like, one of those grab things, like how Batman does in the other show. Including my other favorite show is Chucky Chan, which he's kind of like named after Jackie Chan, who wears this white ninja stuff. So mostly the show is about that these three have a daytime jobs, that they work in this place called Wasabi World, who was owned by this evil guy. His name is Wasabi. He's that piranha type guy with the astronaut and like an astronaut helmet, because he breathes on water. Plus he has a lot of henchmen, like he has Sentry Bots, which is the robot kinds. He has the Ninja Monkeys and his assistant Bubba, who is this childish giant ape, this big dude. But what they were planning to do, I think they were trying to destroy the Chopsucky Chucks and destroy them and stuff like this, something like that. But I believe that it's kind of weird. Like, you're having some guy who owns an area, like owns a citizen, like something like that, and trying to take over the world. Not just try to take over, but try to destroy his enemies, which is the Chopsucky Chucks. The Chopsucky Chucks don't like Wasabi. Well, I don't know about the relation between Joe and Chucky Chan. I think because of Joe has a disagreement with him, Chucky Chan does not like what Wasabi doing. but mostly Chick P, the girl, because what happened was she was best friends with one of her friends who turned out to be a villain in the future. But during her childhood friend, which at the time they were childhood friends, Wasabi was like, he bought out Chick P's home and used it to tear it down and turn it into a mall. I mean, it's kind of weird and stupid at the same time. It's like, how would you feel if someone just like came in, knocked your door, and destroyed your home, and turned to Wasabi World? But however, hold up, there's something that doesn't make any sense to me. He offered him a deal. Like, he offered him a good deal. Like, hey, he's giving them money and a mansion. I mean, if someone wants to destroy my home, if they offer me $1,000,000 and a mansion, I'll do it. But if you're not gonna offer me, if you're gonna take it away, that's what I get. But I don't know. Anyways, this is one of my favorite shows of all time. I used to love this show a lot, and I love the kung fu fighting from these chickens, fighting these ninja monkeys, including oh man, a lot of fighting stuff, this and that, everything, man. And even though I really miss this show has been around quite for the last 2 years, and I remember when it was on Cartoon Network at the time. So yeah, that's all I can say about the show. So we're moving on to the next one. Okay, so if anyone did not remember this show, you guys probably forgot. But for those of you guys that do remember, this is one of my favorite shows. It's called TWF, known as Thumb Wrestling Federation. Okay, if anyone asks, what is TWF? It's like a thumb wrestling thing, like where, like they wear a mask and a thumb, where people use that live action. This was one of my favorite shows of all time. I mean, aside from all these other shows that I know they're cartoons, I don't consider as a cartoon. I know it's a live action. But the reason why I put it there because it's one of the most forgotten. But I would just put it as a kind of like a cartoon because they do a lot of goofy, funny stuff and everything like that. So anyways, what's TWF? So TWF is between two separate teams, between the Dexteras, which are the good wrestlers, and the Sinistras are the bad wrestlers. The good wrestlers are Vinny Victory, Hometown Hunk, Wasabi, including used to be Evil Ira, which now he's a Sinistra, which I'll get to the moment. Now it's Face Off Phil, Mr. Extremo, and the rest of the others. And the Sinistras is featuring Senator Skull, the Big Time, Itsy Bitsy, and Fuego, and now Evil Ira, which, in my personal opinion, it sucks. Evil Ira, which is the 3-eye guy, it sucks that he's no longer, a Dextera. But anyways, let's get to the point. So yeah, TWF is one of my favorite shows. It's about like thumb wrestlings and stuff like this and that. The show came like, okay, for those that don't remember, listen, I believe that the show came out way beyond. Like, it was on Nicktoons, and it was well known on Nicktoons at the time. And I did kind of fully remember. Then it went to jump ship to Cartoon Network for the next 2 years, which started from 2008 and 2009. After 2009, everything went black. Like, TWF disappeared, and no one ever noticed whatever happened to Thumb Wrestling Federation. However, and let me tell you something. In TWF, although the US version doesn't have it no more, but if you were living in the United Kingdom, in the UK, the show was going on and it still runs. Although it runs like somewhere around 2011. At the time when I was a kid, after TWF's departure from United States, when Cartoon Networks no longer does this hosting, I was trying to look for why are there no TWF episodes? But however, there's so many episodes that I have never seen before, like Bugs Kazillion, one of the most powerful Sinistra, who became my hated Sinistra. Oh my gosh, I hated that character so much because he's, for anyone asked that, why is he my hated character? Okay, so he's a rich character, like a rich guy parody of, and he's like a Sinistra, right? He always cheated, and every time he fights a match for the last 4, he always wins by cheating. No lie, by cheating. I hated Bucks Kazillion. I never liked that character. I'm glad the Sinistras beat him up and got rid of him and he's banned from TWF. Because after he won, which was a fatal mistake, now he started his own Gazillion Corporation. Oh, thank God, man. They got rid of this guy. He does not deserve to be in TWF. Thank God. Even though I never seen the rest of the other season shows, there were so many characters that they bought it out. And little did I know that there were so new characters that I have never seen before after when Cartoon Network doesn't host. I asked myself the same question. Why does Nicktoons doesn't host them or Cartoon Network? I'm not so sure. If anyone that does see TWF after 2009, like if they're still going on, is somewhere on the US version, please prove me wrong. Write down in the comments because that's all I remember. But even though, yes, it's one of my favorite shows. But one of the shows I will never ever get a chance to see is Vinny Vinny Victory versus Senator Skull. Okay, if I have anyone that's from the United Kingdom, can you guys please tell me that did they ever fought Vinny Vinny Victory and Senator Skull? If they do, please guys comment down on the description, please, because I want to know if they really fought, because that would have been a perfect epic last fight, man. I think Vinny Vinny Victory would have won. He would have beat Senator Skull, but if Senator Skull wins, it would have been a bad ending. But anyways, I will not get to full detail. I know a lot of you guys don't know what's the show. If I were you guys, type it down. I don't want to get to full detail because there's so many shows. I got a lot to talk about, and I can only tell you at least a few that I know. So watch it yourself. And trust me, you guys will love it. If you guys are WWE fans or wrestling fans, you will love TWF. Or if you guys like thumb wrestling, you will love TWF as well. Now, before I get to the, the last part, I want to tell you guys fun fact. Fun fact is when my mom used to babysit 2 kids at the time, which we haven't heard from them from a very long time, I remember that we used to love TWF and we used to create masks. Like, I remember I used to create so many masks, including I used to have this one box that I created, like a boxing type of thing, and I use it for TWF boxing, man. Like, kind of like the stage arena, something like this and that. Oh my goodness, man. I remember I made that. But in fact, since I'm an adult, maybe I should create one, like a perfect thumb wrestling arena. And also, little did I know, they do sell these type of masks. I don't know if they still sell them, but I'm not so sure, because I know the show's been gone for like 2011, I think, for the UK version. I don't know if the show's still going on, but in case it is, in case they're selling on eBay, I'll buy them all. And I'm serious. And I hope I get to create the arena. Well, not right now, because right now has been, some other things I have to take care of right now. But in case if I get the time, I hope I get to do it. Anyways, this is one of my favorite shows. But now I want to move on to number 2. Okay, so one of my all-time favorite shows that me and my brother, we used to watch when we were kids every day at, like during the day, and also nighttime shows. They used to pop out at night. This is one of our favorite shows. So here's our favorite show. It's called Yin Yang Yo. For those of you guys that don't ever watch Yin Yang Yo, what is this show about? It's about 2 bunnies named Yin, the pink bunny, and Yang, the blue bunny, that they're Wufu warriors, or Wufu students. That's what they're called, the Wufu, and who is trained by this old dude, who is a panda. His name is Yo. Yin has powers that she can throw fireballs. Not fireballs, some powers that she can throw in her hand. Yang has a sword that, like a bamboo sword, which I'm surprised he can chomp down everything. But it's kind of weird because, no offense, but I don't know about Yang's powers. But anyway, sorry about that. I prefer Yin's powers than Yang's because, Yin has superpowers. Unlike, Yin has the great powers. Like, she can throw stuff from her hand. She can teleport. She can do a lot of stuff. Yang, all he has a sword, and he can just defend himself with a sword. That's all. Anyways, yeah, so this show landed for like 2006 through 2009 because that was during the time when Disney, Toon Disney at the time, when they used to do Jetix before Disney XT came in and ruined everything, which, no offense to Disney, no offense. I mean, Disney XD is okay, but I'm not much of a fan of Disney XD. I prefer Toon Disney and Jetix. Jetix was, oh my goodness, man, those beautiful days. I used to watch that show, including Power Rangers, and some of those shows, man, those beautiful days, man. Oh my goodness, man. Including when they were the last 2 years when they were doing this summer thing. That was like when I was in summer vacation at the time when I was at school. Man, there was been a rivalry between Toon Disney versus Jetix. Like during the time before Disney XD existed. I don't know if y'all generations remember this. Well, the ones from my time, yeah, but the new time, I don't know if you guys remember this. Before Disney XD, there was a thing called Toon Disney. It started from the morning to the afternoon, and from the afternoon all the way to midnight, it was Jetix. Oh my goodness, man. Those beautiful days, man. I can't get over with it. I'm sorry I talk like this, man, but it gives me sad reminders because how much I miss those beautiful days. But, man, I remember I used to watch that show. Even before we go to sleep, that was our last show we used to watch. Before, they play some random cartoons we don't even watch, but that was the last good decade of 2009 cartoons. Well, kind of, but I want to save the number 1 for last. Anyways, oh my goodness, man, those beautiful days. But yeah, Yin Yang Yo, man, One of my favorite shows, including, I wish I could have continued watching it, but unfortunately I didn't get a chance to watch all the last part of the season before Jetix, departure turned into Disney XD. But I remember, man, I remember those beautiful days that this cartoon came out, including they made this one music video. I forgot what his name. I think his name was Corey. I think that's his name from That's So Raven or Corey in the House. I think that's the guy named Corey. I forgot what's his real name, but he did a music video and he did the song of the intro of Yin Yang Yo. Oh my goodness, those were the beautiful days, man. Those were the days. And they always, yeah, Yin Yang Yo, let's just say, yeah, it's about, these two bunnies. They always defend, fight against the bad guys. One of my favorite villains was the Night Master, which he cannot stand the daylight, which he only prefers night. Oh my goodness, man, he's one of my favorite bad guys. But it sucks that, they got rid of him until the next season. They move on to so many random weird villains, but still one of my favorite shows. Anyways, if you guys don't believe me, this is one of my favorite shows, but let me tell you something. Fun fact is, to all the Monster Jam fans, if you guys didn't notice, Monster Jam fans, to anybody who's a Monster Jam fan, let me tell you something. Remember the truck called Jetix, right? I'm surprised nobody remembers this. Here, let me show you. There you go. Look at that. That's the Jetix monster truck. And whoa. Who's in that? Oh, whoa. Oh, Yin Yang Yo. There they are. Hey, man. Yin Yang Yo. I mean, my personal opinion, I miss Jetix, man. I know it was replaced by Disney XD, but man, I wish I could see that truck performing, but unfortunately, the only time I saw it in person, I was there at the time, World Finals 10. It was a display truck, but man, Jetix, oh my goodness, man, Jetix. I remember that monster truck, and I'm surprised Yin Yang Yo was in it. Well, because remember, Yin Yang Yo was the main show in Jetix at the time, man. And that was one of my favorites. I love that show so much. All the fighting, all this and that. Man, those beautiful days. Anyways, we're going to the next one. Number 1. Now, before I get to number 1, here are honorable mentions that I forgot to mention in this video. So here are the shows. Alright guys, so since now we're done with the honorable mentions, now we're going to number 1. Okay, so now since we're out of the way, now we're going to number 1. One of my all-time favorite show is Pucca. So I know the show still runs even to this day on Netflix, but I don't consider it because I don't like the 3D animation that much. I mean, the 3D animation is okay. I will plan to watch it, but I prefer the original, which you can never beat. So anyways, if anyone knows what is this show is about, it's about this one girl named Pucca who has this superpower thing that she has a huge crush on this ninja dude who his name is Garo. But Garo likes Pucca. But when I was a kid, I used to thought Garo never liked it Pucca. Like, he liked her as a friend, but he'd rather stay friend zone. That's why he runs away from her. But until as an adult, there is a rumor that Garo likes Pucca as a girlfriend because it was this one episode that one of his enemies named Toby was saying mean things about her, and that Garo got into a fight with him because he didn't like that and stuff. So I think that's a proven theory that he likes Pucca. So yeah, like I say, anyways, I want to get to full details. So yeah, like I say, Pucca was one of my all-time favorite shows, and this, like I say, the series still runs on Netflix. But even though I still miss the show, but I really miss how it once was. But yeah, if you guys remember the show, comment down below and let me know. But anyways, I remember so many memories. Like, I used to watch it on YouTube, like some of the things that had never been seen on, on TV. But it was cool to see something like that. And including, I really wish I could have some of the merchandise. Like, believe it or not, a long time ago, one of my uncles who used to have this on Swami at the time, I remember when he had these Pucca stickers, I have them. Did anyone ask, do I still have them? Well, technically not really. They all been gone, and even though I'm sad they're gone. But it's all good, it happens. Things became a lost memory. But anyways, yeah. And what's the funny thing I never mentioned about the show? Every time when Toby, the nemesis of Garo, every time he's trying to attack Geru, it's always Puka gets involved. It's like, dude, if you want to get Geru, you should stop his girlfriend first. I know she has the powers and stuff, but still, if you could just find a way how to keep her away between you and Geru, that would be a problemo solved. But still, you're screwing yourself up, man. Anyways, yeah, like I said, it's still one of my favorite shows of all time. Me and my brothers, we used to love that show a lot. We used to watch it every days, at daytimes, every night times. In fact, we used to have DirecTV and Dish Network at the time. We used to record it, everything from the show, and we used to rewatch it over and over and over again. Including, I still love the YouTube videos, and sometimes, there's times that I still watch it, even to this day, I still do. So, anyways, yep, this is all I can tell you guys. All my 5 shows that I did go deeper that you guys may or may not forget. If you guys remember those shows, link and comment down below, and also the honorable mentions that I mentioned before. Sorry about what I said, but yeah, the honorable mentions. If you guys want to say something, go for it. Or if in case I've missed out so many shows, just let me know. In case if I watched the show or I never seen it, because letting you know, not all shows that I've seen and not all of them I was not interested in. Anyways, this is ReaderSmack 3179. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.